You know that feeling, right? You get a great idea. Maybe it's a story, a song, some kind of project, but you just find yourself stuck before you even start. Well, it turns out the biggest things holding us back aren't usually on the outside. Nope, they're the walls we build inside our own heads. And today, we're going to start tearing them down. I mean, this quote just cuts right to the chase, doesn't it? It's such a powerful pushback against one of the biggest walls we build. This idea that we have to be perfect, that we have to be a master before we're even allowed to start. This celebrates something so much more important. This simple, amazing act of just getting it done. So let's really let that sink in. What if the biggest thing standing in your way is you? And look, we're not talking about not having enough time or money or whatever. We're talking about the rules you've made up for yourself. Today, we're going to put those rules under the microscope and start taking them apart piece by piece. All right, first up is the big one, the myth of mastery. You know this one. It's that paralyzing thought that we have to be some kind of certified, card-carrying master before we even have the right to create anything. It's that little voice in your head whispering, "Who do you think you are? You're no expert." And there is so much power in just shifting your thinking a little bit. I mean, we've all been told practice makes perfect our whole lives. But think about it. Perfection is this impossible finish line you can never cross. It just keeps you running forever. But practice makes progress. Now, that is something you can actually feel day in and day out. And that's what gives you the freedom to just get to work. And you know, when you actually start to pick this idea of mastery apart, the whole thing just kind of crumbles. Like, how did the master become a master in the first place? Who gave them that title anyway? And who are you even comparing yourself to? When you think about it, letting some vague, subjective labels stop you from even starting, well, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it? Because at the end of the day, all that comparing does is create doubt. The goal isn't to copy someone else's idea of mastery. It's about becoming the master of your own unique voice, your own vision. That's the real masterpiece right there. Your own creativity, just as it is. Okay, let's move on to the next block we build for ourselves. This one's a little more subtle, a little deeper. It's what we could call the trap of false modesty. It's that habit we have of playing small, you know, downplaying our own talents and ideas, almost like we're scared of what we're actually capable of. This line from a poem just captures that feeling perfectly, doesn't it? Afraid my own light would blind me. Because so often, it's not just failure we're afraid of. We're genuinely scared of what could happen if we actually succeeded, if we let ourselves truly brightly shine. So to push back against that fear, let's talk about a different idea, the boundless me. Think of this as the real you, the you that exists underneath all the layers of self-doubt and fear and all the labels people try to stick on you. It's the simple truth of your full, limitless potential just waiting for you to say yes to it. And this really gets to the heart of it. It's a huge paradox. We often fear success just as much as we fear failure. Why? Because stepping into that boundless version of yourself, owning your power, well, that can be just as scary as falling flat on your face. Success means people see you, and that vulnerability is terrifying. So it feels safer to just stay small, to stay modest. Okay, so we've been busy tearing down some of these walls we've built. Now, let's build a new framework. This next part is all about completely shifting our perspective on what it even means to be creative, moving away from a place of struggle and into a state of flow. Just listen to the power in these words. I have a dream, the dream has me. Even death cannot stop what I'm here for. When breath is gone, the dream lives on, as others' inspiration. You feel that shift? It goes from I have a dream, like it's something I own, to the dream has me. Suddenly, you're not the owner. You're the vehicle. You're a channel for something much, much bigger than just you. And that distinction is absolutely crucial. When you see yourself as the source of creativity, the pressure is immense. It's all on your shoulders. But if you see yourself as a conduit, everything changes. Your only job is to stay open and let the ideas flow through you. And just like that, the pressure is gone. And thinking this way connects your work to something so much bigger, a legacy. Your job isn't to control it. It's just to faithfully express the dream that's moving through you. Because once you put it out into the world, it takes on a life of its own. It can go on to inspire people you'll never even meet, creating these ripples that continue long, long after you're gone. All right, now we're getting to the very root of the problem. This is the final, the deepest, the most fundamental block of them all. It's the illusion that we have to somehow deserve to be creative in the first place. I mean, do any of these sound familiar? I'm not worthy. I'm not deserving. I'm not good enough. They're like the greatest hits of our inner critic, right? And every single one of them comes from this one totally flawed idea that being creative is some kind of reward that you have to earn by being good enough. But this right here, this is the question that can shatter that whole illusion. Seriously, think about it. Who makes those rules? Who exactly gets to decide what you deserve? Who is this person handing out permission slips for creativity? When you really, really try to find that person, you realize they don't exist. And here's the beautifully simple, liberating answer. Your creativity, your voice, your dreams, they aren't anyone's private property. It's not some exclusive club that only a chosen few get into. It is of no one's preserve. And that's really what this all boils down to. Once you let go of the need to be a master, once you stop being afraid of your own light, and once you get rid of this whole illusion of deserving it, what's left? You just allow. You stop trying to force it, you stop trying to earn it, and you just make a little space for creativity to show up. I love this final thought. It's such a powerful way to frame it. It's not about just trimming the leaves of self-doubt. It's about taking an axe to the very root of the tree. So, if we got rid of the whole concept of deserving, what does that make possible? So I'm going to leave you with that question to carry with you. If you really, truly stopped trying to deserve it, what would you create? If you stopped asking for permission, stopped trying to prove you're worthy, and just accepted that the dream is right there waiting, what would you allow to come through you? What would you go make right now?